Before we get into today's video, I want to mention something. I recently launched an AI assistant project that helps me read and respond to your comments a lot faster than I used to, and it's the reason I can actually keep up with requests like the one that led to this video. During the early rollout, there were a few spam replies that went out under my name, and I want to apologize for that directly, because I do read every single comment myself. This just changed how I take notes on them. It's still in an early state, so there might be a rough patch here and there while I get it fully corrected, but I appreciate you sticking with me through it. Now, before we start, one thing I always recommend, and this applies to any video where we're modifying system files or services, is to create a restore point first. It's easy. Just search Create a Restore Point in your Windows search bar, click through, and set one up. That way, if anything here doesn't sit right with your system, you have a checkpoint to go back to. If you're not sure how to do that, drop a comment below, or better, request it as its own video, and I'll cover the restore process properly in a future upload. All right, Microsoft Edge. If you're watching this, you're probably as tired of it as I am. So today I finally sat down and said, this ends today. I'm removing it for good. What I didn't expect was that this would turn into a full investigation. The first thing most guides tell you to do is run the built-in uninstaller. Now, before you type any command, you actually need to find the right folder first. And this part trips people up more than the command itself. So here's what you're thinking. Where exactly is this folder? Open File Explorer, go to your C drive, then Program Files, x86 version specifically. Inside that, find the Microsoft folder, open it, then look for Edge. Inside Edge, there's a folder called Application. Open that too. Now, depending on how many times Edge has updated on your system, you'll see 1, 2, or sometimes even 3 folders here. Each one just a version number. In my case, I had 2. If you're not sure which one is the latest, either look at the highest last digit or just check the modified date. Whichever one is most recent is the one you want. Open that folder, and inside it, there's one more folder called Installer. Open that as well. Now, from the address bar up top, copy the full path. Head back to your elevated PowerShell window, type cd, then a quotation mark, paste the path you just copied, and close it with another quotation mark. Hit enter. Now you're inside the right folder, and this is where we run the actual uninstall command. setup.exe, uninstall, system level, verbose-logging, force-uninstall. The expected result here was simple. Edge gone, done, video over in 2 minutes. That is not what happened. I searched for Edge right after, and there it was, sitting in my search results like nothing ever happened. Okay, the rest of the commands were a little tricky to type out quickly, so I'd already written them down in Notepad before recording this, planning to copy-paste them while still explaining everything in simple terms. But don't worry, you can copy all of these from the description below. Just make sure you watch till the end, otherwise you won't understand why I'm using each command and what it actually means. So I dug a little deeper, and here's what I found. Windows doesn't just install Edge once, it registers it twice. Once as the actual browser program, and separately as what's called an AppX which is what plugs it into your start menu and search. I expected the uninstall command to handle both, but it only clears the first one, so this second command targets the part it missed. Get-AppxPackage, AllUsers, Microsoft.MicrosoftEdge.Stable, pipe, Remove-AppxPackage, AllUsers. I ran the verification right after, and this time the AppX entry was actually gone. But now, here's what you're thinking. If that was the missing piece, why does Edge still show up in search? At this point, I actually thought I was done. AppX was gone, verification came back clean, so naturally I go straight to the start menu, type Edge, expecting nothing. And it launched. Right there in front of me, like the last 20 minutes didn't happen. So this and that, a bit of digging around, and I finally found it. Inside the application folder, sitting completely separate from the version folders, there was still an msedge.exe file at the root level. This was a launcher stub, and it's exactly what Start Menu Search was pointing to this whole time. I expected renaming it would finally break that connection, so I renamed it, along with two related helper files, msedge_proxy and pwa helper, adding .disabled to each name instead of deleting them outright, just in case anything needed to be reversed later. Last piece. I checked the Edge update service, and its startup type was still set to automatic. Even stopped, that setting alone means Windows could quietly bring Edge back on a future update or reboot. So I disabled both Edge Update and its companion, Edge Update M, permanently. After all 4 layers, I ran the final test, and msedge.exe came back false, gone. Both services confirmed disabled. I even got a problem with shortcut pop-up right after. Windows telling me the shortcut it had for Edge no longer worked, which honestly felt like the most satisfying error message I've seen all year. I deleted it without a second thought. So if Edge has been driving you as crazy as it drove me, this is the actual complete process, not the version that works for 2 days and quietly finds its way back. Every single command I use today is sitting in the description below, in order, so you can just copy, paste, and follow along at your own pace. And remember, restore point first, always. Then work through the layers one at a time. If you run into something along the way that I didn't cover here, drop it in the comments. I'm reading every one of them myself. See you in the next one.